What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. You know I got another banger for you, so kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
At this point, guys, Coach Christie side, y'all have heard it from me plenty of times, is just a huge detriment to the development of this team and the success of this team. And I think it's getting to the point, I've never said this before, but I think Caitlin Clark literally should stop listening to her completely. Just stop listening to her, play your game, and do your own thing, because that seems to be what's working. When Coach Christie Sides gets in the way and does too much, leads get blown, games get lost, and she gets out coached. We've seen it happen plenty of times, multiple times this season, where the Fever have had a gigantic lead. We just saw it with Phoenix, 31-point lead. The lead evaporates. There's no timeouts called. There's no adjustments being made, no in-game adjustments, no halftime adjustments, no timeouts being called, no substitutions that are beneficial to the lineup. She continues to put Erica Wheeler in, the momentum killer, the pace destroyer, the dribbler of the basketball. She will bounce that thing until the air is out of it. She has started Christie Wallace many times this season, and to no benefit to this team. They have a big game today. They are looking to win 2 in a row. And the keys to victory, in my opinion, man, for them to get a dub today. One, listen, Caitlin has to play her game. Caitlin has to play her game. She has to really lock in and take over and be aggressive the way we know she can. The last few games have been incredible for Clark. She has controlled the momentum. She's controlled the pace of the game. She has ran the offense to a T. She has been the conductor to this Indiana Fever orchestra, and it's worked out well because her assists are making things easy for the likes of Nalissa Smith. Aaliyah Boston has benefited tremendously from Caitlin Clark's unselfishness and court vision. Nalissa Smith as well. Kelsey Mitchell has definitely benefited. We know she's not passing it. We know she has not seen a shot that she doesn't like, but Clark has definitely found her in transition on times where she has decided to catch the basketball. But Clark has to be aggressive. She cannot allow her teammates to shut her out in the fourth quarter. The frustration with Coach Christie Sides is blown out of proportion. We've seen her chirping at Sides. We've seen them get into it. We've seen her slam down on the bench in frustration over the calls that Coach Christie Sides is making. This team has to play their game, and if that means going against the head coach's wishes, I think they just got to pull it out. I think they got to do them, because Coach Sides is not in a position to bench Caitlin Clark. There's nobody on the team. She is the engine that makes this thing go. Caitlin has to realize the true power she has. We've seen in the NBA how LeBron has laid the blueprint. He's laid it out how to use your power as a superstar player to make things happen in your favor. And Caitlin has that type of star power. She has the fans behind her. She needs this organization behind her. But Sides is in no position to bench her. They will choose Caitlin over Sides 10 out of 10 times. She has got to be more aggressive. She's got to be more vocal and let it be known that she is the smartest person in this locker room from a basketball perspective. She understands the game better than her head coach. She has to go out there, be aggressive, and also limit turnovers. Now, I know all the turnovers are not on Caitlin. There have been a lot of drop passes, and it kind of reminds you of like when a quarterback throws a pass and it's tipped and intercepted. There have been a lot of those, but there have also been a lot of lackluster passes and bad decisions that have been made on Clark's part as well, averaging over 5 assists a game. She definitely has to cut down on the turnovers, because the Minnesota Lynx are a great defensive team. They force turnovers, and they are really good at turning that turnovers into transition offense going the other way. So Caitlin has to take care of the basketball. The Fever as a unit have to take care of the basketball, and Coach Sides has got to stay the heck out of the way with these dumb rotations. Free Grace Berger, for crying out loud. One move I do like, though, is the fact that Wheeler and Wallace are getting less minutes. Lexie Hull has seen a instant uptick in minutes the last couple of games, and she's delivered. I think she needs to be in the starting lineup. That is a key. No disrespect to Katie Lou Samuelson, but I just think she's better coming off the bench, and she's not as a good defender as Hull is, man. Hull brings the energy. She's the 3-and-D player that they need. They need her making shots, though. 30% from 3 is not going to get it done. 24% from the field is not going to get it done. She's got to make shots because she's going to have open looks. But from an energy perspective, she has impacted the game tremendously on defense, jumping passing lanes, pressuring the basketball, making opposing guards uncomfortable. Her energy is contagious. She is that glue player, that championship that winning teams need. Lexie Hull provides that. She's instant energy, and when she's in the game, she just changes the whole trajectory of this team, man. I think they play harder, they're locked in, and they're forcing turnovers, which leads them to transition offense where they are at their best when Caitlin is pushing the pace and she's got runners running down the lane where she can make and choose and pick decisions, man. That's when they are at their best. So the key to that, I think, will be Lexie Hull being in the starting lineup for this group. I know we talked about limiting turnovers as well. They need a fast start. They need to come out and make shots. They need to come out and play defense. Now, Nafisa Collier, one of the best players in the league, an MVP candidate, is a game-time decision. If she's not in this game, it will be on Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Courtney Williams, and these other players for the Lynx. The Fever have more firepower. Without Nafisa Collier, they are a better team than the Lynx. They have to apply pressure, they have to play defense, and they have to get turnovers. I think those are the biggest keys to victory for the Fever today against the Lynx, man. This is a very winnable game. They're on the road. Caitlin has been sensational. She's got 5 double-doubles in a row. Let her cook. Take the shackles off and leave them off. Let that dog off a leash and let them play their game, because we've seen what works. Simple as that. Coach Sod, stay out the way. Don't do too much, because Cheryl Reeve is a way better coach than Coach Sods. I have to give the coaching edge to the Minnesota Lynx. They are tough at home. No easy wins in the Target Center. So this is going to be a hard-fought effort, man. But I think it's getting to the point where Caitlin has to tell Coach Sods to sit down, get out of the way, and let me do me and what got me here. Let me do what y'all brought me here to do. That's what it feels like, man. Like, it feels like they kind of got to get Coach Sods up out of there. We know she is not the long-term answer, and I've never said this before, and I will reiterate that. I genuinely think Caitlin Clark should stop listening to Coach Sods. I'm not usually with players disrespecting coaches and going against the grain, but when she does not have the team's best interest, when she doesn't have your best interest and doesn't understand how to coach a generational talent, sometimes you just got to sit back and not mess it up. She has the keys to a Ferrari right now. All Sods has to do is not crash it, and she has crashed it multiple times. She's dinged it up this season. So we'll see. Those are my keys to victory. We will definitely be going live as well. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button to stay up with all the latest and the greatest. Holler at me in the comments with the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Give me y'all's keys to victories, predictions, stat lines, all that good stuff. That is a wrap for us. Until next time, hey, we out.